Uh-oh, I think we're in trouble. With the stubble and the hubble bubble. With Barney Rubble. And I never cuddle, but I huddle just like it gets muddled. With the rudder who got that mumbo jumbo with the chicken sausage and gumbo. And Dalton Trumbo with Dumbo, 'cause that's just how the cookie crumbles. And you rumble in the jungle just like you get a Hummer Bummer. And you mumble in a jumble. And you really can't get any dumber than when you pick up your dumbbells even in the summer with your mother that's as strong as Fort Sumter. With the otter. So pick up your lumber. Like you're from Cumberland Farms. And call a plumber because I pummel. With the llama, the abracadabra, and the Labrador, and the bad mamma jamma. Who turns the sand 'cause he is the law of the land, who makes a stand 'cause he is the real Denim Dan, who crams to understand, just like his name was Stan, and he has a plan to really not give a damn. And I'm spinning on a dime and making the world mine and feeling fine while I stay right on time. With the Hyman's diamond shine, and if I'm lying, I'm flying. 'Cause it's all coming in through the grapevine. Like Nirvana's in the pines, and you whine while I just sigh, and here's your sign. Keep on trying and tying like a piece of twine. And I struggle and strive and keep a 9 in my waistline. But you know what use is the line if you aren't committing any crimes? And I come from behind, just like seek and you shall find. And stay kind, just like you were in a bind. And I'm so sick, I need a tutor who's in a stupor, but I didn't stutter. With the Grand Theft Auto's blootered from the pooter, and I am muter than the neuter. But my noodles will still say toodles to the poodles and eat the strudels. Just like that strawberry rhubarb who, and here's the rumor, I'm the big kahuna from the baby boomer who's floating like a schooner. And like Skyrims, I'll drink all your skooma. And pull you out like a loose twofer. 'Cause I'm the roofer who uses the loofah. And I'm growing like a tuber with the super duper pooper scooper and full of that hoopla, just like Accept's song The Midnight Mover. And I am the duder. And I'm self-made and paid and sawed off 12 gauges who gets laid and drives his Cadillac Escalade in the shade while he makes the grade. And I don't care what you say, because that's just the way I parlay. And reach my heyday. With the gravy ladle, little lady. Somebody come save me with the flavor saver. I'll throw a haymaker and break your last glass jar. You're living on a seesaw. With a hee-haw, meemaw. And the scrimshaw. Who teeter-totters and goes far. Just like Tr0ubl3 with the bard, and I'll still pull your card filled with lard. Like it's a start and I see stars. And you know I go hard. Because I'm from the psych ward. Just like somebody farted. And I'm not a tard. With the Jake the snake who lives in a lake and bakes and makes the cake. 'Cause he does it for Christ's sakes. Just like he's never late, so save the date. And I ice skate and fake just like I rape. And followed by a rake. That just takes. And the snail on a rail who got hit by a flail while eating some kale. With the whale who chases his tail. And he just checked the mail. But he is awfully frail. With Chip and Dale. And like AWOL Nation sail, he fell in the pail. It was like a jail, but he got out on bail. And then just wailed, just like he got hit by some hail. But you know, he never fails. And he eats the hay bale. And tells his tale just like the quail. And, you know, I can take you higher than your supplier when the situation is dire and you wallow in the mire. But didn't you read that flyer? Y'all should call me sire. Well, you know I never tire, 'cause it's all coming in through the wire. And I am the buyer. Just like if you have hair, you should shave and use Nair on your derriere without a care, like a bear who stares but you wouldn't dare. Just like he leers and veers like a steer or a queer who sheds a tear and has no fear. But don't come near my rear with the gear, you hear? Have a beer and hit a deer. And the girl who did a twirl and then whirled just like she let our love unfurl. And it was awfully burly, like Burl Ives, with that sterling silver who does curls. Just like my name is Earl. And y'all make me wanna hurl. And I'm with my kids. From the tidbit lyrical lunatic who does what he sees fit. From the fringes and the hinges and the mangy minges that singe. Just like the tincture that binged from the cringe. So make it dingy. Like the winch of the lynch mob. Who was the bitch who got hitched by Mitch? And the ditch witch who threw out the first pitch. And World of Warcraft, the king known as Lich. And made the stitch and threw the switch. Just like his name was Mitch. And the turtle who wore a girdle and jumped a hurdle, whose name was Myrtle and not Squirtle. And the money that was funny with the bunny and the honey that was all sunny, just like the egg yolk turns runny. And it wasn't bummy, just like a game of rummy that fits in your tummy, just like it was all crumbly.